Hi Gilles, was it a cat I saw? Was it your cat I saw?
Pardon?
Okay, let's talk about animals. In the ABC Primer with Claire Parnet, you tell us you do not like pets.
I already said this in 8,000 plateaus. I do not like those individuated animals, family pets, sentimental, edible animals, each with its own petty history. My cat, my dog.
However, in your real life, I mean in your life as a human, you always had a cat. And now it seems you have one in your puppet life as well.
In my human life, the cat was something that was tied to our kids. I myself never loved cats. Cats are frotteurs, beings that rub, and I don't like being rubbed.
At the same time, your books reveal your interest in and sympathy for cats. At any rate, they appear time and again in your writings and even in 1,000 Plateaus. In the very first chapter, you talk about the transversal connections between baboons and domestic cats, highlighting the fact that these two species are caught up by means of specific viruses in a rhizomatic kind of evolution.
That's true. Cats do show up there briefly.
Likewise, in your books on cinema, when you discuss some movies by Buster Keaton.
Yeah, that's true. In one of the early Keaton movies, the eye sign figures a complex machinic assemblage, an authentic Rube Goldberg machine in which the hero presses his foot on a hidden lever so that a system of wires and pulleys brings down a bone, which a dog tries to reach by pulling a cord so that the bell on the target rings. And suddenly, a cat appears, and the entire mechanism is running wild and breaking down.
Finally, there is the smiling of the cat.
Ah, you mean the Cheshire Cat from Alice in Wonderland? I briefly mention it in Logic of Sense. In Carroll's book, Alice sings, "Well, I've often seen a cat without a grin, but a grin without a cat? It's the most curious thing I ever saw in all my life." In Logic of Sense, I use this as an example for what I conceive of as an event.
The cat or the grin?
Carroll loves to play with words. Artaud is absolutely right when he observes that Carroll is a superficial writer. Carroll works on and with the surface of, or as, language. By and through this surface, he brings about very striking effects of sense, which, and this is the difference to Artaud, do not refer to bodily depths, but to something rather different, namely incorporeal quasi-causes. The result is a pure event, something which happens without any doubt, but is not easy to grasp or to nail down, like a grin without a cat.
Or a rap without a cat? Perhaps we could thus summarize the fact that your books are populated with cat events, despite you claim to dislike these animals.
Felix said about the Cheshire Cat's smile that it can be encountered at all points in space without it being possible to localize it at any point in particular. If we could say something similar about the rub without a cat, I'd be fine with it.
Well, you could also try to conceive of cats as events. But this is probably too easy and obvious for your kind of philosophy.
I don't know. Where was the cat you said you saw?